Tonight, we continue to track breaking news that we've been on top of since this morning. Federal authorities raided 7 IHOP restaurants today, including 4 in the Toledo area, 1 in Findlay, 1 in Lima, and another in Indiana. Now, the raid began around 6 this morning as members of the FBI, IRS, Homeland Security, and local law enforcement went into those stores, questioned workers and customers, and confiscated hundreds of files. Investigators also went through a pair of Toledo homes and 2 Toledo storage units. The FBI says the federal search warrants are sealed. They are unable to comment on what prompted the searches. A Bureau official also wouldn't say if anyone was taken into custody. But a spokesperson with IHOP Corporate tells WTOL 11 they are cooperating fully with authorities and do not know any specific reasons for these searches. Tonight, we have more on what the feds may have been looking for. One analyst talking to Jerry Anderson, who has this breaking news update. Jerry.
Well, Chris, while the federal boys aren't saying boo, a local law enforcer tells News 11 the raids looked for evidence of money laundering, any ties to terrorism, and undocumented workers. Again, the FBI is not confirming anything. But one expert who has studied the subject tells us what federal agents do look for and why this area is a place such raids shouldn't surprise anyone.
The internet and blogosphere full of chatter tonight that the raids are tied to terrorism. The stories and opinions short on substance, void of proof. So tonight, some facts.
So we have a lot of ties to terrorism in Northwest Ohio.
Paul Paquette developed a course on domestic and international terrorism at the University of Toledo. He tells me the coordination of federal agencies to bust terror sympathizers in this country is not unusual.
There are a number of legitimate business enterprises throughout the United States that have been known to have become involved in acting as the middleman between collecting money from contributors for various terrorist organizations.
Legitimate businesses are needed, he says, to launder the money to avoid suspicion. Some also hire illegal workers.
We've even heard about it in Ohio, in Northwest Ohio. We've seen members of terrorist cells get arrested up in Detroit, 4 of which were former students at the University of Toledo.
More fuel for the internet terror fire. Paquette says the feds will continue to play it tight if their net hopes to snare more evidence. Remember, nobody's been arrested. If the raids had nothing to do with terror, would he be surprised? No, says the instructor. And if they do, would that surprise him?
No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't.